With many Canadians setting financial resolutions for 2025, it's always imperative to be made aware of financial scams, especially for senior citizens that are most often approached by scammers. Scams of all types ran rampant during the holiday season, from charity scams to gift card fraud. There are even a number of crypto investment scams making their rounds, using social media and fraudulent websites to lure Canadians into false crypto investments. And because they're not as tech savvy and might be more isolated from family and friends, seniors are always the prime target for scammers looking to make a quick buck or swindle someone out of their life savings. Joining us now is Brendan Caldwell, Director at Caldwell Securities Ltd. Brendan, welcome back and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Theresa.
Now, a client of yours recently received an offer letter from an organization that they'd never heard of before. What was the offer and why did it set off alarm bells?
Well, I am grateful it did set off alarm bells with him. The offer was this. It's a company called, I don't know how to pronounce it, Ocean, Ocehan LLC, with a Park Avenue, New York address, no less. And the offer was to buy their shares of Great West Life, which they had got when Great West Life demutualized and became a public company, as a number of life insurance companies in Canada did 25, 30 years ago. They got some shares, and these shares are worth a fair amount of money on the open market. So the intent was to make them an offer around these shares, but it all sounded well, a little confusing. So I'm grateful that they made a call.
And what are solicitations like this hoping to get out of investors?
Well, it's a funny thing. This actual particular solicitation, you were mentioning your little intro there about crypto and Bitcoin and charity scams and all kinds of things. This actually is a very old scam that has been going around for decades, many decades, generations probably. And it's basically this: an organization you never heard of offers to buy the shares that you have. Now, they have better access to shares that are held directly by the shareholder. So these shares are held at the transfer agent, for, in this case, Great West Life. And the offer is to buy the shares at, I think it was $38 a share. They were going to buy my client's stake in Great West Life, the 686 shares that they own, for $26,000, $38 a share. The thing is, if they wanted to sell their Great West Life shares, it trades at $47 a share. So they're trying to talk old people in some official looking forums. One of them is in goldenrod and everything for them to fill out. That they're trying to con these older people into selling their shares for $9 a share cheaper than what they can sell it at the open market, and in the process, pocket $5,000 or $6,000 in so doing.
Now, the topic is seniors, but I'm going to be honest, I've almost fallen for some of these scammers before. So, what should seniors, but also just the average person, do to receive if they receive a letter like this?
Well, with any of these scams, the phone scams, the email scams, but these letter scams as well, just call someone you trust. Hey, I don't understand this. And it may turn out, as in the case of this particular scam is as old as the hills, that they've been doing this. I say seniors in particular in this case because it's usually seniors that have their shares either in physical form in a safety deposit box and they're registered with the particular company, or in the case of in this client, they have them with the transfer agent. But just call someone you trust. Call your investment advisor. Call your lawyer. Call your accountant. Call someone that you trust and say, "Hey, this doesn't make sense." Because if something doesn't make sense, you've never seen it before, probably it's not something that's going to be for your benefit.
Now, we do just have about a minute left, but what can you and Caldwell Securities do to help protect seniors from scams like these?
Well, whether it's me or another investment firm, in this particular case, my suggestion is it is better to have your shares held with a securities firm, with Caldwell Securities or some other securities firm, rather than directly at the transfer agent or in physical certificate form. The shares are much less likely to be lost. You have a professional to whom you can talk that you know and trust, and you are a little bit insulated from getting these kind of solicitations because they have to go through at least one layer, one firewall to get to you. So I think you're safer, more transparent, less likely to lose the certificate, and you have someone to talk to whom you can trust.
Well, Brendan, as always, thank you so much.
Thank you, Teresa. Have a great 2025.
All right, don't go anywhere. We'll have more news right after the break.